what we mean when we say we are growing back better and stronger. My name is Trevor Mbija. Thank you so much for listening.
You know, hunger is very, very terrible. Somebody is hungry, he can't do anything. So now is Covid-19. People have so much problem of food. They lost their job. That's why our now main function we are focusing as many people as we can feed. Present time we are feeding 2,400 people. In St. Paul Children's Home, we are feeding 1,500 every day. At the same time, we give food, we give knowledge also.
Karibu kwa Recreational Food for Life Kitchen. Mimi naitwa Jacob Uchieng. So because the management walituomba kama tunaweza kaa ili tusaidie those who wenye hawajiwezi. We have been staying here for 2 months now. We accepted to sacrifice, tusione familia yetu, so that we can stay here and help those ones. We're praying that this pandemic goes away and then we go back and unite with our family.
Mimi naitwa Lavangadas. Huu mpango wa chakula nakumbuka nilipokuja hapa mwaka wa 1995. Chairman wetu Umapa Tidas aliniambia niwe nikipeleka gari ikibeba hii chakula. Kawa naenda siku 7 kwa siku, Monday to Sunday. Tunabeba masufuria makubwa, watoto kule mwingine anakuja hata na kasuku. Tunawapekulia na wakiona gari tunasikia Hare Krishna wamekuja, Hare wamekuja. Na wakati huo nakwambia wa zamani nilikuwa napatia watoto 7,000 kwa wiki. Lakini siku hizi sababu ya Covid-19 hatutaki watoto sasa, mambo imegeuka. Sababu watoto hawajui social distancing. Tunalete wale watu wazima wanatuambia uko na watoto 5, tunakupatia sahani 7 sababu ya wewe na watoto wako 5 na mzee wako.
COVID is primarily a disease that affects the respiratory system, and therefore we've had to deal with it as a health challenge and to ensure that we minimize the spread of the virus. The Kenyan business community has spent time and really risen up to the task to produce necessary medical commodities that used to be imported. Personal protective equipment, masks, and ventilators, and all these products have been previously imported. But I'm actually quite glad to note that in the space of 2 weeks, the Kenyan business community had adjusted themselves to be able to supply these goods. And currently, we enjoy goods that are made in Kenya.
And as we stand, indeed, we are now exporting PPEs and face masks. We are very, very far towards developing the ventilators. And as we speak today, the one by Kenyatta University has already been certified by Kenya Bureau of Standards.
The other important thing that has come out during COVID is the issue of technology and the fact that the 4th Industrial Revolution is here with us. So issues around the Internet of Things, 3D printing, incorporation of technology into the manufacturing sector and also into our supply chains. We have seen e-commerce take a front line during this period.
And as we start opening our businesses, opening our schools, opening our places of worship, this is of a young man who has responded to it by coming and developing thermal guns, which are all locally manufactured.
Good evening or good afternoon to each and every one of us. My name is Joy Doreen Bira, and I'm a business journalist here in Kenya. Because we've been sitting for quite some time, and I know that many of us came in here driven, and we only took the stairs up. I would like to request that we stand up for just a few seconds to stretch out a bit. Yes, and I was told that half of us here fall in the category where we need to keep active. So I would like for us to stretch out our hands to the front, yeah, and to the back. Yeah, now we can have a seat. I'm sure that's just good enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my panel basically focuses on the future, what we can do going forward, how we can build back better, and use some of the lessons that we have learned during this period to even do better. Because as we all know, since the pandemic hit, it wasn't just Kenya, but the entire global economy was kind of a damsel in distress. So we want to look at some of the lessons we've picked out and what we can do going forward. And my first question is going to be the fifth question that His Excellency the President asked. Have we built the ability and speed in our system as we de-escalate the COVID measures? Have we built the ability and speed in our system as we de-escalate the COVID measures? And also looking at the current state of the economy, I would like to pose this question to Ambassador Ukur Yatani, who is the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Planning.
Foremost, let me take this opportunity to thank for this opportunity to put a few things right, to share from where we sit in the National Treasury. You are aware that, we've been hit by this shock like no other, no experience, no reference point, any time in history of this country. And therefore, IMF, which is one of the most important financial institutions, predicted doom for the global economy. They predicted a growth of negative 4.9% of GDP for all economies across the globe. That is massive. And through this,